Hi, it's Anna Mae again. And first, I want to say thank you for those comments about why you're looking for a new job and that the information regarding resume perfection really helped you. If you missed the previous video, we talked about perfecting your resume by adding code words and quantitative statements in the right order. If you missed that, then no worries. I put a link below to this video so you can watch the highly important information in video number 1. Moving forward to today's video, I'm going to teach you how to optimize your LinkedIn profile and how crucial they are today in making those connections so that you can land the job you want. So let's jump back into my computer so I can show you. Okay, we're at my computer. Let me start this session by saying it's great to be you. By you taking the time and dedication to change your profile today, you're putting yourself in the elite of people who control their lives by taking action. First things first, I don't want you to watch this video and say that's great and then don't do anything with it. Let's start with you opening up your LinkedIn profile while this video plays in another window and you start to optimize your profile. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, don't worry. We're going to set one up today, and guess what? LinkedIn is free. Real quick, let's talk about what LinkedIn is and what it is not. LinkedIn is not a computerized resume. A lot of people think it is, but it's not. LinkedIn is used in a way to network and connect with professionals in and out of your industry. It is not what you know, it is who you know, and LinkedIn is the fastest way to start to get connected. Our goal today is to make your profile unique so that you get those connections. A good rule of thumb is to put in something that grabs attention and is personal. People like personal, not serious. We're going to have goals with your LinkedIn profile today, and what we want to do is get you to the all-star status. Hold on one second while I pull something up. So how are we going to get you to this all-star status? By adding your information right now. We're going to add, number 1, a headshot photo that looks professional, engaging, and free. No need to hire an expensive photographer here, but no selfies either. Number 2, a well-written, eye-catching headline that makes people take notice. Number 3, the industry that you want or are presently working in and your location so people can find you easier. Number 4, a profile summary that isn't too bloated or too scarce, but one that is written in a way that highlights your strengths and tells someone what you can do for them. Let me expand on that last sentence because it is crucial that you understand this. The world is tough, and what people really want to know is what you can do for them. They don't care about other things, it's just a fact. And here's an example. If I tell you that I have a master's degree in human resources, you could probably care less. But if I tell you that with my 15 years of knowledge and experience in human resources, I'll find you the dream job that you've always wanted. If I told you that, you would probably be much more inclined to want to work with me. The same thing holds true to your profile. Tell people what you can do for them and everything will fall into place. Number 5, experience. We're going to avoid those fluffy words like works well with others and get down to what people really want to know, which is what you've done and what you can do for them. Number 6, skills and endorsements. Using our keywords that we found on ONET, we're going to strategically put these skills in here. Number 7, education. This one is pretty straightforward, but we just want to be sure we put it in. A person that fills out the education section receives an average of 10 times more views than someone who doesn't. It seems crazy not to put in our education, but some people don't do it, and they pay the price for it. Number 8, connections. This is the real strength of LinkedIn. Remember what I said about it's not what you know, but who you know. Well, today we're going to take that first step towards being in the Who You Know Club. And blog posts. Number 9. This is probably the fastest way to get recognized. I'm going to show you how easy it is to post a blog from your industry and make you appear to be an expert. I want you to note something here. You see how Robbie has his title and makes a bold promise here in his professional headline. Would that make you more interested to work with him if he says that he can get you in front of millions of people? Would you still be interested in him if his title only said online marketing advisor? Probably not. Number 10, recommendations versus endorsements. Let me tell you, endorsements are fine, but those are simple one click of the button and then someone endorses you for a skill, you will probably endorse them back for one as well. Endorsements are good for social proof, meaning that If 100 people endorse you for a skill of management, then chances are you're pretty decent at being a manager. But if someone personally writes you a recommendation as a manager, then that carries 100 times more weight because this person actually took the time to write you a personal recommendation for a specific trait that you excel at. That is much more powerful than someone just clicking a button saying they endorse your skill. I'll show you what I mean in this video, so just stick with me. Number 11, join groups. This is another great way to find connections with people. Let me ask you this. Where have your strongest connections come from in life? In the workplace or outside of it? I can tell you that when I really connected with a person or group of people, it was outside of the work environment, so groups are a powerful extension of that philosophy. Number 12, list your volunteer work. Many people skip over this, but 42% of hiring managers surveyed by LinkedIn state that volunteer work is equivalent to formal work experience. Well, what does that mean? It means that we're going to list all of your volunteer work, everything from actual labor that we did or fundraising or whatever. It all counts, and we're going to use it to its maximum potential. You did the work, so be recognized. Number 13, changing the URL from the ugly format to your own personal URL that looks neat and tidy. This is something that isn't done too often, but it can be a big difference in just how clean things look and how easy it is to find you. Okay, let's go back to LinkedIn and sign up. So we put in our first name, then our last name, then our email, then our password, whatever you want, just make sure you remember it. Wow, there's a honey boo-boo out there. Okay, let's try something else. Then our password, whatever you want, just make sure you can remember it. Sometimes you have to verify that you're not a robot with that capture program. All right, verify what country you're in, the zip code, voila. Then we continue on with your present job title and company. You can always change this, but pick a title that you presently have or want to have. Remember, people will be searching for your job title, so put in whatever it is that you want to be associated with. There's also a section up on top where you can choose if you're a student. But we're going to go on ahead and just go on with the job title and company. Then click create your profile. Now what do we want to do with this? We want to find a job. So now we have a pop-up that gives us an option to search the email you entered, and LinkedIn will grab those contacts automatically and ask them to connect with you. You can do that now or later. For the sake of time, let's skip this step. All right, let's get back to your profile and show you how easy it is to add a headshot. Your profile picture. This is how easy it is. Just do the following. Click on add a photo, choose a file, select a photo that looks professional. Again, no selfies. And select it and choose. On the right, you'll see what it looks like on different devices. And go ahead and save your photo. Voila. And as far as the background is concerned, you can just click up on the background. That'll pop up, edit background, change image. Select the image that you want to use for your background. Remember, it has to be 1400 by 425 pixels. It could be a picture of your present employer, a company logo, or a professional association that is relevant to your job title. For example, the American Bar Association for lawyers. Make sure it's under 4 megabytes. Let's look at my marketing manager's background. As you can see, if you like this background picture, it's one of the 4 available with the advanced LinkedIn optimization package at the end of this series, but for now, let's just keep going. Now let's move on to the headline. Your headline is important because it goes in 6 different places. The top of your profile, obviously. Number 2, the search page when people are looking for you. 3, every message that you send. 4, every invitation that you send. 5, people you may know. Blog posts is number 6. Remember what Robbie had in his professional headline? Online marketing advisor, I'll show you how to get your message to millions. But actually his entire headline is online marketing advisor. I'll show you how to get your message to millions, your product, service, idea, needs, and audience. Please be aware that you're given 119 total characters, but only 76 are displayed outside of your profile. So make those first 76 count. And there are 2 schools of thought for your headline. Number 1 is put as many keywords as your headline and LinkedIn will allow. For example, internet marketer, social media manager, Facebook ad optimizer, YouTube video ad campaign creator, etc. And the second school of thought is put in a bold promise. Example, SEO. I will rank any page and put it on Google in the number 1 spot after only 10 minutes. I like this one because it says what your title is and what the benefit will be that you provide. Take a look at the LinkedIn optimization cheat sheet located to the right of this video that you're watching right now. I made a top 10 list to get you to stand out on LinkedIn, and you take a look at that after we get done. It's my gift to you to make things easy. Everyone likes easy, right? Okay, moving on, I want you to try to establish your level in your headline. If you're an expert, say expert, expert internet marketer, expert social media manager, professional paralegal, etc. If you have to, pause this video and fill in the information now. Don't worry, I can wait. Okay, now we're off to your industry and location. Choose the industry that you want to be in or are presently in. Here's all your choices. Just choose one. Well, that's easy. So now let's get to the good stuff. Your profile summary. The profile summary is great to really stand out and be unique. Also, if you made that bold statement with your headline, such as Human Resources Manager, I'll show you how to land the job of your dreams in 30 days or less. Then the summary is the place where you show people how you're going to do that. To make it stand out, let's take a look at Robbie Wolf's profile. Robbie is my marketing and internet manager. Here you can see how he used a bold title in the summary, as well as explain how he's going to live up to his promise that he made in his headline. Please note that he did not use a lot of bulky paragraphs to describe his actions, and instead he used short, concise sentences. He also used bullet points, which really helped to stand out. Also, you can put in multimedia, such as pictures and videos in various sections, and in the summary where it is would be fantastic if you could put in a video that would summarize what you do. Robbie did this here, and it made me take notice. Also, if you have a video, you want to give it a quick name and then say click to watch, as sometimes in LinkedIn, the unplaying video just looks like a picture. And here's a bonus. You may also notice that he put 3 ways to contact him: email, message, phone number. Here's another point. People want information at their fingertips, and they want it now. At a minimum, you should have at least 3 ways listed here so that prospective employers can get a hold of you quickly. This is just one aspect to get you noticed, and very few people do this. So take the time and fill out your summary now, and if you have to go copy and paste those bullet points from Robbie's profile, then go ahead and do so. Don't worry, he won't mind. Also, try adding in some video or some other multimedia to your summary as practice. I have time to wait. Moving on, let's look at our experience, minimum 3 jobs. We want to avoid fluffy language like great interpersonal skills. Let's take an example for a nurse for a good sentence and a bad sentence in your experience section. If you are, let's say, a nurse, here's a bad sentence. My duties included seeing patients on a daily basis and providing standard care through the nursing process. A good sentence might be, I managed a patient caseload of 6 to 8 patients per day with positive outcomes of low hospitalization and infection rates below the national average while delivering a high standard of care that improved outcomes of ambulation, medication, compliance, and patient understanding of disease process that was at or above state levels for Texas. Make sure these sentences are smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Do you notice how the good sentence clearly gave numbers and talked about how this person got great outcomes? This is how to show what you can do for the employer by performing your job well. All employers just want someone who can do their job well, right? Please be aware that you need to use keywords from the ONET website as this is the industry standard for your profession, and add those in as your skills. When employers do a search, they will look for them in your headline, as we talked above, or in your experiences. I would like you to make that bold promise in your headline and then sprinkle in those keywords all throughout your experiences. Also, you must do the research first to see what language people in your profession are using if you don't already know it. Last thing to add here is the use of multimedia, such as a pic, video, link, or something to make sure your profile pops. This is super important. You need to maximize all of LinkedIn's features to truly stand out and be successful. It doesn't take that much time to get to it. Pause the video and get it done. I can patiently wait. Now we're off to the skills section. Give me a second, I'm going to pull up mine. So using our keywords that we found on ONET, we're going to strategically put in our skills here. So for me, let's see, my keywords, I'm going to give you a few of them. We have several, but we're going to go ahead and keep it to 10 to 25 that are relevant. That's what's best. My top 5 perhaps would be training, human resources, interviews, management, team building. So you want your 5 most important skills at the top. You can rearrange these depending on what's most important to your job, first, second, third, etc. You can have a maximum of 50 skills, but in my opinion, 10 to 25 that are relevant are what is best. Fill these out now and I'll wait. Let's move on to probably the easiest part, the education section. Remember, people with an education listed have 10 times more profile views than those without. That's crazy. Nothing fantastic here, just we have the schools listed, if applicable, any associations, clubs, dean's list, cum laude during that time. Moving on, let's talk about your connections. We want 50 connections at a minimum. So try to get to 500 because after that, nobody knows how many you have. It's not like Facebook. Here's what you need to do to add your connections. Click on My Network, then Add Contacts. This is using your email to add the connections that you already have, so click Continue. This is one of the easiest way to add existing contacts, obviously the fastest. Then you can select whoever you want to add or skip the step. Just for all intents and purposes for training, we're going to skip all this right now. And another way you can do this is you can click on Connections, then Add Connections. See who you already know. Same process, click Continue. And LinkedIn will automatically import all of your existing contacts. So let's just go back and see the other way. The other way to add your connections is simply to enter a person's name in the search box. This is going to come in really, really handy after tomorrow's training when we talk about interview intelligence. So I strongly urge you to view tomorrow's video. So here we're entering the name of someone that you might know. Then you click on Connect. Okay, I hope you understand how to do that, but if you didn't, just rewind this video and pause it to connect with the people and start playing it when you are done. Remember, it's not perfection, but progress that is the goal for today. We are almost done with the training and you are doing fantastic. Just imagine getting that email or phone call from someone and they tell you that they were blown away by your profile and they want to meet. It's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's a question of when. Stick with me because we're almost at the finish line and you've done a ton of work and you put yourself in a commanding position, so congratulations to you. Not too many people can do it. All right, now let's talk about blog posts. These are probably the fastest ways to get recognized. I'm going to show you how easy it is to put in a blog post from your industry and make you appear to be an expert. Let me show you how to do a blog post. Click on Home, then click on Publish a Post. Write in the title of your post. For example, let's use employment trends in Las Vegas. So in the headline, we're going to put employment trends in Las Vegas. Now, this is where we write the bulk of our blog post, and this is the information that you possess as a member or expert in your field. This can be any topic, but I guarantee that you know something that not everyone else does. So make yourself known and write a blog post every so often to keep your name fresh in everyone's mind. One more thing, make sure that you add an image to bring your post to life. Choose a photo, click choose, and it's uploading. Voila. Once you've done that, save or publish. Okay, try posting something and pause this video. I'll wait. I also want to talk about the difference between recommendations versus endorsements. Recommendations are much, much higher than any endorsement. Ask for a recommendation, at least 2, and do it today. Here's how to do that. Hover over your profile photo on the top right corner of any LinkedIn page. Then choose Privacy and Settings from the drop-down menu. Under the Settings header on the Profile tab, select Manage Your Recommendations. Then click Ask for Recommendations tab at the top and follow the prompts. Then select what you want to be recommended for. Then click Who do you want to ask, and type in the search box someone who can directly recommend you for a specific job or duties that you performed. You'll have to specify your specific relationship. In this case, I put Robbie Wolf, and I selected that I manage Robbie directly. Then I select what his position was at the time, marketing manager. Then this is where you write your message. My suggestion is that you add to the template or completely rewrite your own personal message. This is a recommendation from someone important, so take the time to craft your request. Do not simply use the template. It's boring and generic and it shows zero effort on your part. Once complete, click and send when you are done. Pro tip, call the person you are going to send the recommendation request to and speak to them on the phone about it, as it's a heads up and it's a way to reconnect. You would be surprised what wonderful events can happen when you make this effort. And just as an example, I was personally offered another job in another country when I did this exact same thing, so just do it. Okay, so now that you know, go and ask for 2 and I'll wait. Okay, join groups. Like I said, this is another great way to find connections with people. The important thing is to ask to be added to groups that are relevant. So for me, I belong to the Society for Human Resource Management, U.S. Army Transitioning, several others. So let's see how to add a group. You can click on Profile, then scroll down to Groups and click, you gotta find the groups and click Manage. Then if you don't know of any particular group you want to join, you can click on the Discover button, and LinkedIn will offer recommendations based on your title and experience. Scroll down, find a group you want to join, ask to join. In this case, I'm going to have an error because I already have selected the maximum amount of groups that I can join, which is 15. Sometimes acceptance is automatic and sometimes you have to wait for response. I've never been personally turned down for a group, so just go out there and mingle. Also think about your profession and what you do and add yourself to 2 groups right now. When you are done, start the video back up again and let's work on our last 2 things. You're doing great. List your volunteer work. Not to beat a dead horse, but many, many, many people skip over this. But 42% of hiring managers surveyed by LinkedIn state that volunteer work is equivalent to formal work experience. So for me, I did volunteer for the Habitat for Humanity as I feel this is a great organization. And what does this tell a potential employer? It tells them that I have the skills of management, organization, and leadership, not to mention that I'm trying to just be a good person. These are traits that will always be transferable to any job. So let's do one. Click on your profile or edit profile. Then scroll down to volunteer. Then add volunteer experience. Enter in the organization, role, and cause. Here we go for an example. And then your role, whatever duties you had there. The cause, there's a drop-down menu, just select whatever is relevant. And the period of time. And a short description. La la la. Save. Save, save, save. Remember, this is work that is just as valuable as traditional work experience, so add it all. If you don't see the volunteer box down below, then chances are it will be at the View More tab at the top right beneath your profile pic. You can see that there are a lot of options here, and you can add as much or as little as you want. But what we added today, this should get you to the all-star status. Also keep in mind that if you ran a 5K marathon for cancer, or even if you raise money for a disease, and that counts too. Add it here, and I'll wait when you're done. Custom URL. You can change that long, ugly URL to a custom one, and it's super simple. Click on the little gear icon underneath your profile pic. Under the section that states your public profile, click on the little pencil and choose a new profile name that is neat and tidy like this. Click on Save, and voila! Nice new custom URL that stands out and is easy to find. Hey, we made it! It's great to be you, and you are awesome! When we put all this together, you will start seeing people view your profile. Every week or so, click on Profile at the top and then click Who Viewed Your Profile. You can find all the people that viewed your profile and then reach out to them to ask to connect. This keeps you ahead of 95% of all other candidates. Pretty cool, right? Do this because you never know when one of those people who viewed your profile would need you in their business. Here are our goals for today and moving forward in the next 24 hours to 60 days. You should rank in the top 15% for profile views among your connections after today's training. Why? Because people should be looking towards you as an above average or top tier member of your profession. To get up there and stay up there, write up posts or share interesting links related to your profession and sign up for those groups that are also related to your profession. Moving forward, you want to be in the top 5% of your profession. This might be a little hard, but just do these 3 things that we talked about. Write up posts regularly, share links, and sign up and participate in relevant groups. Think of LinkedIn as a garden. It doesn't take constant care, but just do a little amount of work from time to time and you'll get a great return. Last thing, I swear, privacy settings. If you don't want your connections to be notified of every single change in your profile, then go to your profile or edit profile and scroll down a bit to the right and you'll see a button labeled Notify Your Network and click No. Fantastic effort and congratulations to a job well done. You're in the top 1% of people just by going through this training. Let's head back to my desk for a quick recap. Okay, that is all for today. I have some questions for you. Just write them below, please. My questions are, what did you think of this LinkedIn training? Would you like to see more in-depth training or some super advanced techniques? Also, are you going to implement this training to start getting better job prospects? Also, if you got value from this training, please click on the Facebook or Twitter share button below. I set it up so it's super easy to share this information, and remember, this could help someone who might be struggling just like you. You would be surprised at how many people would like to have a better job. In tomorrow's video, I'm going to teach you how to put it all together and crush the interview using body language, etiquette, and knowledge, as well as the ability to answer today's most common interview questions so that the hiring manager has no choice but to extend you the job offer. That's all for now. Don't forget to leave a comment and share below. Bye.